Welcome to version 8 of Custom Vantage Office. We've added quite a number of new features to the production tab. So there's a few things that you'll need to set up to be able to take advantage of some of the new automation that we've added. One of the things that we'll want to do has to do with the automation of typesetting and creating the flat or the batch. Now, I'd like to show you how to configure to make this more automated than it has been in previous versions. So I'm going to take this product and remind you that on customizable products, we've checked the customizable box, we've put in the height and width of the die plate area, and the new part that you need to do is put in the production type. So in this case, I've chosen for this self-inking stamp that it's laser rubber as the production type. And we've created several production types for you, and you can create more on your own as well. Once the product has been assigned a laser production type, a production type, in this case, laser rubber, from the production tab on auto typesetting and making of the flat, you now no longer have to scan line items from the production work orders. So I'll give you an example. I've imported a few orders from the web in this case, and in the past you would scan the barcodes for the line item numbers here and then create the typesetting. Now you can click on the new Auto Magic button and it goes out, finds all of the orders that are ready for typesetting, and automatically is typesetting in Corel. I have it open on another screen, and you'll see that it's just going through one at a time and creating them, and I didn't have to do anything except click one button. So this will save you lots of time as you go forward. Okay, so I believe that'll be the last one. So you can see the numbers that are successful here as it goes through. And so I'm now complete with all of the typesetting. So once that has been done, I can close this. All of the typesetting has been done. We've added a new feature for proofing. I click on the proof button and it's going to show me all of the items that have been typeset. It gives me the order number so I can compare it to the printed order number. It gives me what the scannable single line barcode is and what the product ID is. Once they're ready, once I'm sure that they're correct, I mark them as approved. And I'm going to go through, and you can see here, this is a P40. That was the line item control number, and this is the order. It was imported from the demo site on the web. So I can approve. I'll just quickly go through and approve everything. And now I'm a happy guy. This is what was typeset. And I did see that it wasn't correct. I should have rejected it. For the sake of argument, we'll pretend it was correct. Now, to make the flat, I can just choose the type of production I'm going to do, and all of the products that have been typeset that meet that production type will be automatically laid out on the flat without scanning. So with that said, we need to go back to define those types. So I'll do a new one. So I can give this a batch name, and the batch name is going to be something that will tell you what it is. And I will call this laser rubber. And I can define where this should be saved typically. You can manually save it wherever you like. But here's the key. What production type does this flat go with? So this flat will say goes with laser rubber. And I have some new features as well. And say that we also need to set the page size. So my default here is 8.5 by 11. If you're running an A4 sheet, then it's going to be 8 by 11.5, I believe. So you would set this up to the size of your rubber in the case of rubber. If we're printing on a regular vellum, then it's probably going to be 8.5 by 11. You set your margins, and then we roll. Now, the other thing that you want to do is mark how this batch is going to deal with all of the stamps that it lays out. For example, are we going to add cut lines? A new feature, use a black background. So as you know, normally, if it's lasered, the laser goes through and removes all of the material that isn't black, that isn't the imprint for the stamp. So by checking this box, what happens is we create more black area around the typesetted stamp. Therefore, we're using less laser time, less laser tube wear, less wear and tear on the physical engraving machine. So doing this will allow it to be more economical. Once I'm happy, I would save this. Now when I'm going to make my flat, I can choose which flat I'm going to create. I can now scan barcodes again, or instead, you can simply click the auto flat button. And when we do that, it automatically finds all of the items that are in that approved mode and voila, creates for you the flat with all of the stamps on it. So 15 items in 2 seconds, and it'll allow me to save that as today Corel Draw file. And if we were to look at Corel Draw, remember when we set it up, we told the laser to do the cutout, and we told it to set the backing up so that it was not going to laser all of this background. So therefore, we're saving time, we're saving money. So those are some of the new advanced features in Custom Vantage Office version 8.